Yeah, it's your boy Chad Rob. We back, baby. Episode number 12. Hashtag I am who I am. The podcast. We back, baby. We back. So this episode is gonna be sports majority. If you ain't into sports, probably ain't the episode for you to check out for your first one, because there's a lot of stuff going on in sports that I want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about is them Bears on Thanksgiving. Them Bears took care of business against them Lions, which, you know, normally I would say isn't a big deal, but we were down at the half, and I was getting a little concerned about my boys. But Trubisky, he stepped up. He came back and he did his thing, and you know, proud to be a Bears fan this week. Proud to be a Bears fan. In college, Alabama lost. They out. It's over. Cancel Christmas. Cancel all the. You a regular bowl participant. I'm curious to see if Nick Saban bail out of it. Say, nah, we ain't playing in them bowls. You know, we don't want no regular bowl. You know what I'm saying? But in Nick Saban's defense, though, I do think they're one of the 4 best teams in the nation. I think they run up the score on Ohio State. Ohio State is. I mean, yeah, they beat Michigan like a drum, but who couldn't beat Michigan like a drum? You know what I'm saying? So Ohio State's ranked number 1 over LSU. How in the world that is? I don't know. LSU has beaten way tougher competition. Way tougher competition. They beat an Auburn team that beat Oregon, an Auburn team that beat Alabama. They beat Alabama when they were top 4 in the nation. And they beat, I don't know if they played Georgia. I don't know, but they beat somebody else that was really, really high ranked. And then you got Ohio State. Their biggest win came against Michigan, or was it Penn State last week? Either way, both them teams let Ohio State play Auburn, let Penn State play Auburn, let who they beat? Michigan play Auburn. Auburn beats all 3 of them. All 3 of them, no question about it. I mean, you got Clemson. They don't play nobody, but they did come off a year where they beat an Alabama team like a drum in the national championship game. And they are the defending champs. They stay undefeated. Let them do their thing. I'm personally over the whole way the college football schedule is. I say you have 4 games that are solidified. So you let 4 small. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You got conference games that are solidified. You play those, and then you got 2 buy-ins, so you can play some lower level competition that buy in to play these big schools. I say you do that. Then I say the rest of the schedule is based off rank. So 1 plays 2, 2 plays 3, 3 plays 4, or however you need to do it. 1 plays 25, 2 plays 24. You know, make sure them top 25 teams play each other. That way, this whole strength of schedule, this whole patty cake Ohio State stuff can go away. Because Ohio State, yes, they run up the score on these teams, but give me 45 days. I can rush for 100 yards behind that Ohio State line against the competition they're playing. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. In boxing, had a great fight last weekend. I've been meaning to make a video on it, and I haven't gotten around to it, so I figured I'd talk about it on the podcast. But Wilder, he took a little bit longer than I thought to knock Ortiz out. I knew it'd be a knockout. It was no doubt about it. It's going to be a knockout. I noticed, though, a lot of people were saying, you know, he lost. He's losing every round. I've never, this is the only boxer or the only sport, team, whatever, where that's all you hear about is how they were beating this guy. Like, I mean, you got a team down, like, give you an example. You got the Patriots a few years ago against Atlanta. Atlanta beat them all over the field. New England won. I heard maybe that night about the bad play calling. Then it was all greatness of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and that New England Patriots team. But for some reason with Wilder, he's standing in there boxing, losing, supposedly. And that's all you hear is, oh, he was losing every round. He was getting out boxed, out class. the, the kid knocked him out, and he hit him in the hard part of his head. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see where I'm pointing at. He put him to sleep there, and it wasn't even a wind up. It was like like he barely grazed him almost, and he was asleep. So all this Deontay Wilder hate needs to stop. He is knocking cats out, and best believe Fury's up next, and he's going to sleep as well. Fury's going to sleep. I had it predicted in 4 rounds. Fury be sleep. I'm gonna keep that prediction, but it may last a little longer because Fury gonna have his track shoes on. He gonna be running around that ring, love tapping, winning it in the fans' eyes, But he's going to sleep. Like Wilder's coming in seeing red, and Fury's finna catch every bad comment, post, every bad smack talker. Fury's about to catch the fury of all of that. Wilder's coming in seeing red, and I would not want to be Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury may get his head knocked off his shoulders. That's how serious Wilder's about to take this fight. And then you got, by the way, heavyweight boxing is back. It's a lot to talk about heavyweight boxing. I'm glad we got some heavyweights making some returns and making some headlines, because I do like the knockout style. Like seeing boxers hit the canvas, not patty cake decision. I ain't really into that. But anyway, so you got Ruiz and Wilder. Ruiz and Joshua coming up. And that fight, as bad as I hate to say it, I got to pick Joshua, and this is why. I honestly think Joshua and Heyman threw that first fight so they wouldn't have to fight Wilder. I think they honestly thought they were going to get to fight the kid from New York. I can't even think of his name, PED dude, that was talking smack about Wilder, which we know you going to sleep, you fight Wilder. But I honestly think they were going to fight dude. I think they were going to take that L, and it would have been justified, on paper, like he should have won, come back, beat him, and then they'd be like, oh yeah, we ain't got to fight Wilder because we fought a dude that hits as hard as Wilder. So they came into this Ruiz, and, Ruiz is a great fighter on paper, as far as what I've heard about him. I had never seen him box till that Joshua fight, but on paper, he's never been knocked down or out or anything. So that means he's a great fighter. And I honestly think, man, they threw the fight. They was like, man, we do not want to fight Wilder. We do not want to fight Wilder, and this is the only way we can get out of that fight. Actually, they got 2 ways. Tyson Fury, if he somehow miraculously makes it 12 rounds and gets a decision, then I think Joshua would fight Fury. Now, if Ruiz wins, which right now, in my mind, I got a couple weeks to make a real solidified choice, but as of right now, I'm not seeing where Ruiz is going to win, because I'm watching his YouTube content that's being put out. I don't know who's putting it out, but it just looks like he's preoccupied. He's buying cars. He's getting jewelry. I'm sure he got them gals, some groupies. I'm sure he's getting fresh faded all the time. He's always getting a haircut. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch his training camp last time, so maybe that's just part of his routine. But it's looking like that fame then went to him, man. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope Ruiz gets in there, proves it, knocks Joshua out in 2, and then we get to see Ruiz versus Wilder for all the belts. That fake, or not fake, I ain't gonna call it fake, because I just don't know anything about it, that lineal championship, because Wilder about to grab that from Fury. He's gonna have the WBC and the lineal, and then he's bringing them other 3 belts or 4 belts, however many Ruiz has, and we get to see the champion. But I think that's the only way we see a fight for all the belts, is if Ruiz wins. If Joshua wins, he's gonna go back to wherever he's from and run around hiding, fighting these no-names. Kind of like what Fury did in the post-Wilder. Fight these no-names, get a few wins, and probably retire. He'll never fight Wilder. Now, like I said, Fury somehow miraculously wins, I think you'll see a Joshua Fury. But if that's not the case, which it ain't going to be, you're not going to see a Wilder Joshua. But I think you would see a Wilder Ruiz. Oh, yeah. And I want to pull up this video. I'm a little late to the party on that Myles Garret Rudolph NFL football. Kind of switch topics a little bit. I never did give my comments on this. I'm just gonna play a little short clip from it, just the part to where the actual kind of tackle happens, where Myles Garret sacks Mason Rudolph. Here it is.
Oh man! Oh.
So look right here. So this is what I think. This is what I think. Like, look at that. What? So I'm gonna pause it. Well, hold on. No, I'm not gonna pause it yet. Check this out.
In the head.
Now I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna pause it there. What in the world did Rudolph say in Garrett's ear to cause a man to not only yank your helmet off with your chin strap buckle, yank your helmet off your head, and then proceed to swing the helmet at you? Look, I get it. I don't want to take it to race. I think honestly, race wouldn't cause a man to do that. I don't think you calling me the N-word or you calling me the C word or whatever word y'all got for black people, I don't think that would provoke that anger. This is what I think. I think for a man on national TV to risk millions upon millions, because he even has another contract left in him. So millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, you took it daughter, wife, mother. That's where you took it. That's what he said. And I can only be, and I'm just giving my opinion. I think he said, yeah, that's why I had your wife, mama, and daughter bent over my couch last night in the hotel. Boy, you ain't nothing. You play for the Browns. And that quick, he lost it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that football is a man's sport. Like, it's not for the weak-hearted. It never was. I know we're trying to change it to it. And in my opinion, if you're going to change it to what the masses want it to be, quit paying them so much money. I want to see heads explode. Let them take it. Let them take the Roy. Let them do all that. They know what they signed up for. They're getting paid to do that. And I get it. I don't want anybody to have, all these head injuries and all that. But at the same time, you can't have the game of football and water it down. Continue. Like, I get you watered it down. Now leave it alone. Every season, it seems to get more and more watered down. I said all that to say he swung his helmet at him. He should be fined. He should be suspended, but taken away from the game. And then when you look at it, they finally fined Mason Rudolph, but when they first did it a few weeks ago, they didn't even, not only did they not suspend him, but they didn't even fine him. They only fined him after the backlash. Cause like, whoa, you mean to tell me this guy didn't do nothing? He provoked the fight. He provoked the fight and didn't even get suspended. So I said all that to say, what in the world was he saying in his helmet to make him not only rip his helmet off his head while it was attached and then proceed to swing it at him? What did he say? Nobody just does that because, a bad tackle or, cheap shot or whatever. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. And I think us as a public, we got to stop blaming the aggressor 100%. Like, people are provoking people out here. And that's just another example. Like, he said something. And I personally don't think it was race. And I know you hear a lot of people say, well, why didn't he say it after the game? Why didn't he do? I don't know. Who knows? It could have been multiple million reasons. He knew his career was on the line. Why is he going to open his mouth still in the heat of the moment and say something stupid that's going to proceed to get him even more time or whatever the case may be? But it's all this aggravated assault and all that. Get out of here, man. That's even in the rule book about players using equipment as weapons. It's even in the rule book. So it's not a criminal offense. Now, if he would have cracked him with the ball of that helmet, I mean, nowadays they would have locked him up. But it's in the rule book. Shouldn't be locked up. Should be just kicked out the contest, 15-yard penalty, maybe suspension. That's it. My opinion. And I know y'all see them Lakers 11 game winning streak. I'm gonna say this about the Lakers. I understand why LeBron's not gloating yet because he still has to match up with the Clippers, with the fully staffed Clippers to see where they're really at. And he also has to match up with a couple more teams in the Rockets, to see where he's really at. But I tell you what, they are meshing. They are getting better. And as long as Anthony Davis keeps this hunger, I'm not going to be Mr. Glass mentality going, they got a shot. You put LeBron James in any gym. I'm talking playoffs. Any gym, 7 games, I'm taking them. I don't care who they playing. Kawhi, Harden, which Harden, he's the Peyton Manning of the NBA. Yeah, he's gonna light it up in the regular season. He's gonna light it up. We know that. Light it up, brother. Light it up, man. We know what you're gonna do in the playoffs. You're gonna get on out of there. So but yeah, so I'm excited about the NBA. Like I've been telling y'all, I'm more excited about the NBA than I am the NFL, and that's sad. I love football. Football is my first love, but NBA is just so much more appealing. And them Blazers and Carmelo, like I'm so happy for Carmelo because he been telling everybody I still got it. I could still ball. I think he had 23 and 15 the other night, or 23 and 12 or something, 28 and 12, something like that. I'm like, man, like he balling, he's getting in his groove. And the more I think about it, him and Lillard is a great combo because Lillard is your ball dominant guard and Carmelo's roaming. He's able to play more of that, I wouldn't say the Syracuse role, because the Syracuse role, he was more ball dominant, but he kind of was roaming the court a little bit. So he's more able to, instead of having to be like a New York or a Denver Melo where he's having to bring the ball down and make a move and then take a shot. Now he's able to grab a rebound, put back, wide open shots, do his thing kind of on the move. Whereas, Lillard, when Lillard's double, triple team, he's able to dish it and boom, you got money right there. And then you got Whiteside for them Blazers getting all them boards and blocks, man. I mean, if they can hold that together, that's a scary team come playoff time. Scary team, because Lillard wants it bad, and Lillard ain't backing down from nobody. That shot he hit last year playoffs where he put his face up to the camera or whatever he did that time. That was cold blooded, man. That was cold blooded. So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna change it from sports, man. This will be the last thing I talk about today. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the I Am Who I Am, hashtag I Am Who I Am, the podcast. Be sure to like the video, like the content, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Check me out on Google Play, SoundCloud, you name it, we there. I know I'm forgetting. I do this, I forget. But just subscribe, like, comment, dislike, whatever you need to do. But just give me some feedback so I can keep going. And that's gonna bring us to this last topic I kind of want to talk about. So with this YouTube stuff, is really easy to give up for many reasons. A, the playing field is so stacked. I mean, there's so many people doing this, and you can only be yourself. I guess that's why they call it YouTube. And I guess that's why the whole content and consistency thing bears play. Who's gonna rough it out? Who's gonna be the last man standing type of deal? Because, everybody's good at what their craft is and different from the next person. So you're coming to me for this, going to them for that. But we're all gonna have our strengths. We're all gonna have our weaknesses. But as you look at, I can only speak for me and like the bodybuilding channel I'm trying to do, or not trying, that I'm working on. It's rough to post content, A, because it's hard to find people to video you as often as you would like. And B, it's hard to produce pictures of yourself, because who wants to be in the mirror taking selfies with their phone on every one of their pictures? Nobody wants to do that, And you look online and you see these physiques in there. I mean, these pictures are taken in high def, high quality. So why would you click on little old me when you got dude over here, veins busting out his dang neck, traps, abs everywhere? So I get why this guy did this on his, he created an app. He said he's frustrated with online dating. So man creates an app and he calls it Singularity, where he is the only man available on the app. I wanna say bravo, brother. That's genius. I mean, that's genius. I mean, all all I'm learning that people care about is, do you got someone to click on or whatever? But if I'm the only one that to click on, of course I'm gonna get all the views. I think he said something about he got like 20 million views. 20 million views. You know, he's 31. His last name's Smith. I'm not sure. Let me see if they say his first name. Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith is his name, man. Dope dude, man. He's he's dope dude. But anyway, he's basically saying that he's sick of the online dating thing because, you know, he posts his pics online. He ain't getting no clicks, you know, and it goes back to what I was saying. People on there with these great pics, you know, taking pics from the neck up or, you know, the best angle possible. And then when these people meet them, of course, they're not what they think they are, but they're still getting, you know, if you got a little game, you can still get them to do what you want them to do. You just got to get to them. So, you know, a man get on there, post a regular pic of himself. Well, it's not going to stand out. He's not going to get clicked on. So this guy gets on there and basically, you know, he's posting different pics of himself. So he's on there, you know, he's posting pics basically of him in a Santa Claus hat, him playing the guitar, him jumping in front of an ice cream truck. You know, but every females can join the app, but men can't, apparently. He's the only, or maybe men can join the app, but he's the only person that women see on his app. So it's cool because basically he's saying on all these online dating sites, his profile never goes to the top of the algorithm. So they never even see him. Not only do they not pick him, but they don't even get a chance to pick him because they don't see him. So this one, he's the only dude seen, right? So he's basically saying if life gives you lemons, you should first make lemonade and then make sure no other company can produce or distribute their own soft drinks. So you got to be the only game in town. So it's a lot to take in from that because it's so dope that he did it. You know, he had an engineering buddy helped him create the app, which is super dope. And B, it just makes so much sense with what's going on today. You know, I can only compare it to this podcast, this YouTube grind, right? Like, I can produce content. It may be good, it may not be. Who knows? But the thing is, nobody's checking to see. You're just in this big old pool and you hoping that the hook hits you. You see what I'm saying? So I see why people in this internet age, this likes and dislikes age, this whole social media age are getting frustrated. I'm thankful I don't do the dating thing. I can only speak from it from a monetary aspect, which, you know, for me it's frustrating because I started bodybuilding back when you're Bradley Martins. I think me and Bradley Martin did physique. The first year physique was an option for bodybuilding. I remember seeing a post of him doing that show, and I did a different show. I did the Knox Classic here in Tennessee, but we both did the Classic Physique at the first show. Chris Jones, you know, that's when all your top bodybuilding, natural or not Phil Heath and them bodybuilders, I was Simeon Panda, all of them. I was right there lifting the same time they were. I believe we all on paper, as far as the journey started, the lifting weights journey, they were smart enough to get onto the internet aspect of it and get monetized early. Whereas me, I'm always late to the party because where I'm from, you know, anyway, I'm just late to the party. So it's definitely rough for me because I feel like I got a lot to bring to the table, but nobody's even checking for me or seeing me. So I think it's cool this guy made this app because you're going to see him. You know, he's the only one available there to even look at. So shout out to my man. Let me find his name again on here. Aaron Smith, man. Dope, man. Keep thinking outside the box, man. And for us on this YouTube grind or whatever grind you on, it may be YouTube, it may be, you know, you working on your business, it may be you on the job grinding, you trying to get that promotion, whatever your grind is. you're going to have to make it work. You're going to have to make it work. And the only way to make it work is to apply, assess, reapply. And that's just what it is. So with me, we're going to keep going. I almost quit. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I almost quit. The holidays, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy holidays. You see, I got my tree up back there. I don't know if you can see it, but we got our tree up. People watching me on YouTube. We got our tree up and stuff. And holidays are a rough time of the year for me. It's definitely a time where grinding becomes frustrating and stagnant. And but we got to do what we're gonna say we're gonna do out here. We got to, and myself included. So I hope you can get something from this podcast. I hope you hope it sparks some flame under you to do what you need to do, whatever that may be. And didn't mean to talk your ear off about the sports, but so much going on with this sports this week. I just had to be geared towards that. But like I said, hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving with your fam. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and I hope everybody has a happy holidays to come. It's 1st of December today, so be sure, like I said, I just want to remind you, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, dislike, do whatever you need to do. Just give me some interaction. Help your boy keep grinding, because it's your boy Chad Rob. Oh yeah. I remember when segment, so I'll make it quick. I don't mean to hold you this long, but so I remember when. Speaking of hashtag, so I was working at this job, retail, and I'm trying to tell a person how to pay their bill on a kiosk, right? And I think it was a younger cat. He was paying it for his grandma or something, and I'm like, hey man, you got to type in pound first before you type the number in or whatever for the account number. And he was looking at me like, pound? What's a pound? What are you talking about? And I kept looking. I kept just saying he wasn't pressing it. So I thought to myself, I was like, oh, it's hashtag. Press hashtag. He's like, oh, okay. And so he pressed the pound button, right? So I remember when hashtag was pound, I would be saying, pound, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that, man. I remember you be like pound 267 or something, or you press pound first. It was pound, but now it's hashtag. And I just think that's funny, that how things change and how times change, because Star made it through the fire, but for some reason pound got dished to the wayside. So just a shout out to pound. Yeah, but I remember when pound was, or hashtag was pound. I remember that. And, I may be showing my age, but that's cool. Happy to be here. You hear me? But anyway, that's how I remember when. And I'll keep y'all posted on what's coming up. I'm working on some things over here, trying to get some things in order, get my content more organized and ready for you. And we're going to just keep grinding. We're going to grind throughout the year, finish this year strong, 19. Because I've always been a believer, start your New Year's resolution before the new year. That way it's already a habit. That way it's easy. And I've also been a firm believer in, as long as you do what you said you were going to do more times than you didn't, then I think you were successful in your resolution or whatever it is you said you were going to do. A lot of people think, I don't know, let's just say I'm just going to use drinking for an example. I'm going to quit drinking, but then you drink only on the weekends all year where you've been drinking every day. I think if you do that the whole year, I think that was a win. I think you did what you said you was going to do. I think especially with bodybuilding, people, but not even bodybuilding, just in general. I think when people set goals, I think people. Well, I can only speak for myself. When I set a goal, and this is how I used to think, and I mess up, I'm so hard on myself that I fall off a lot longer for a longer period of time than if I would have just forgotten about it and moved on to the next day and then proceeded to go on my journey. So I adopted that whole, as long as I do it more, I don't care if I do it one day more, then that was a win. If it was 350, how many days? 365 days in a year, so whatever. Heck, I'm terrible at math, but if I did it plus one over the halfway, I was successful. If I did 6 months on, 5 months, No, 7 months on, 5 months off. That was a win. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, because I know the new year's coming, and we all got goals and aspirations. But a lot of people say don't put off for tomorrow what you can get started on today. So, hopefully I can be a beacon of light, and you can see me. We started already. We already started the New Year's resolution. So anyway, I'm rambling, but we out here and we gone. And episode 12, #iAMWHOiAM is in the box. Be sure, please like, subscribe, comment, dislike, do whatever you need to do. Just give me some feedback out here. And as you already know, it's your boy Chad Rob. I'll be back. Yeah.